All right, episode 22, man, of Joce Central.
What's
Elgin,
up,
hit 'em
baby?
with the
We
shit.
back at it again with Joce Central. Got my boy Steven Jackson in it bitch again, man. The crowd wanted you, so we got him. You right
Steven
here.
Jackson.
I don't know if I believe that, man.
We gotta, man, look, he out here repping the brand.
You gotta believe it. It is what it is.
He out here repping the
What's
brand,
good,
doing
Jared?
what he's supposed to
What's
do.
happening?
Who is that, Jared? What you said? Sounds sexy to me. All right, bro.
You sound
Appreciate
sexy.
that.
You sound sexy to me.
Yeah, how about you come over to the podcast and sound sexy with us? Huh. Jurassic
Joe.
Jared.
Jurassic Park.
All right, guys, I'm going to start the podcast off by addressing the elephant in the room, what we're all thinking of. It's a big deal going on right now. Playboi Carti dropped his album, and how do y'all feel about it, dude? My favorite song off of it is New Neon. It's got a really nice vibe, really good instrumental, all of that shit. You know,
That's
what's
my
your-
favorite song too, but that bit was that's old.
You think so?
That's
It's
so,
old?
It is old, yeah.
But
It's
you
been out for,
really- that's really
over
your
a
favorite
year.
song, though?
Yeah.
Dude,
it's the
I
best
felt
song
like it was
on
a
there.
sleeper.
As far as song wise, all the other ones not songs yet. Maybe like in 2077 it'll be a song.
Because
When
they just
start
crazy.
music like that, yeah.
Yeah, he just too ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
I
I mean,
still
maybe.
like the album though.
Yeah, I like it. I fucking like it.
But now let's
I'm just
let's
we
really
gonna stop
talk about
playing.
what's really going on.
All right. So if
It's about yeah.
catch everybody up to speed. If you're not really a political person, you don't pay attention to it. Then let me just get it going for y'all. Let y'all
Just don't
know.
worry about me. I'm just
No, go ahead. Go
talking
ahead.
about it.
Let me just give you the rundown if you weren't paying attention for the past couple months as to what's going on, what the arguments are, what the actual politicians are saying, because I'm pretty sure you got a pretty good rundown of what everybody's saying on Twitter and Facebook and all of that, and it's probably a lot of nonsense. But what is going on legally in these courts, in the House, is, all right, so we're going to date this back to, I guess, the election. There was an election on November 3rd where a lot of Republicans, as well as Donald Trump, felt as if there was election fraud and there was irregularities going on in the election process that helped Joe Biden win more votes than Donald Trump in very key areas that decided the election. Those states: Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Georgia, and Arizona. I think that's it. 6 of them, yeah. And so for the past couple months, what we've been dealing with is we've been having certain civil courts, as well as Trump's team, and as well as one big one, which was Texas, who decided that they were going to file a suit with the Supreme Court to do audits and investigations and bring in the FBI and whatnot to look at the machines, look at the balloting process, track certain things like the chain of custody. You know, where did these mail-in ballots come from? Where did they go? Who drove them where? And these people were asking for just to look at everything. And, you know, obviously the intent was to overturn the election because, I mean, if it favors your side, you're not gonna you know, try to push for, you know, some sort of overturning or auditing if it happened in your favor. So a lot of the Republicans in the country have been speaking up about it because they feel like it was a fraudulent election. And then what we get is a lot of these judges, the Supreme Court involved, they all threw out every case that we've had so far. They've thrown it all out on standing. They've said you can't, you filed too late, there's insufficient evidence, we don't see anything here, so boom, we're throwing it in the trash. People don't like that sort of approach. They get upset when they feel like they're not getting their day in court. And the Republican Party, well, I don't know about the whole Republican Party, but pretty much the 75 million voters who voted for Donald Trump have been boiling and getting mad over the course of these months. Donald Trump said, hey, meet us in D.C. January 6th is the day that we're going to count the electors, count the votes from the electors who are certified to vote on behalf of their state. When they vote on behalf of their state, Vice President Michael Pence's job is to count those. And if he feels like there is voter fraud, if he feels like these were illegally elected, then he is to send the dispute back to the state so that they can go over it in court and figure it out and then come back and vote accordingly to what you found out. And what we had was Michael Pence. He put out a statement at the end of Donald Trump's speech this morning that said, I don't have the legal authority, I don't have the power to reject electors. So that's what he said. People got mad. There was people crying at the speech and stuff like that. There was people leaving the speech, people getting mad. So you've got this kind of just boiling pot of angry MAGAs, and then they start to object, and they're doing the little hearing, because the way it works is that when you have objecting senators who object the election, you have to hear it. We have to sit here, and Mike Pence has to hear the objections, decide what he wants to do after he hears these objections. Midway through, I don't even think we started with Arizona. We got through like 4 senators. We had one objector, one non-objector, one objector, one non-objector. And I think it was like on the 5th one, he was in the middle of objecting and saying what he felt. And I guess I'll say it from my experience, because we know what's going on now. Like, I'm at the point in the story where we all know. So I guess I'll just say from my experience what I saw, because I was watching it live stream.
He didn't say niggas. He said MAGAs.
Oh, he thought I said that? I said MAGAs. Bruh.
He said niggas.
Anyway, so there was a loud boom. I heard a loud boom. I didn't know what the hell it was. People started running out the door. Like, they were in and out the courtroom. They kept pausing the stream, all of this shit. And then eventually we find out MAGA's done went through the window, broke the windows, started walking through it, and just like they just walking in, like nobody's stopping them. The police didn't do anything about it. They in the house, and they start causing terror. And all the, obviously this is all the politicians went in the basement and basically did a tornado drill and got under their chairs and, stayed put while everybody ran through the fucking House of Congress. And then what we have is obviously big Twitter storm, everybody telling their opinions, and then a couple hours later, National Guard gets approved by Mike Pence to come in and wipe everything out. National Guard clears everyone out, and we're back to the objections. We're back to the hearing, and that's what's going on right now at 8:36 p.m. And this was all going on since, I don't know, like 8 this morning. So it's been a big show all day. And so, yeah, just catching y'all up to speed.
So that's everything.
Just we'll move in on to...
So, do you think that this is a propaganda stunt? Do you think this is staged? Or do you believe these are real people with real feelings who really feel this way? I mean, in my opinion, I feel like it's 50-50. I feel like the people who are out there causing this terror, they're definitely real people. That's how they felt. That's how they always acted in every aspect from the election to now, since before the election to now. So there's no reason for me to think that they were people who infiltrated the mob, and because they've already rushed buildings before, so why would they not do the same thing? So, yeah. But then there's also the media side of it. Yeah, the media is definitely trying to paint a story based on everything that's going on to make it seem like the left is the safe haven for everybody and the right is the radical people who are act crazy and all this, or they're uneducated. They don't know anything. They just follow Trump and everything he says. They take orders from Trump, which I don't believe that's true. I don't think the left is good guys. I don't think the right is good guys. It's all politics. It's all media and how they want to paint their story to make you act in the way that they want you to. So that's how I feel about it.
No matter how you feel about wasps, if you shake the wasp nest, they're gonna come out and they're gonna try to sting you. I mean,
Exactly.
you got a group of people, and we've seen this all year. We've had riots all year, and it's the same thing I've felt since the beginning. You're not letting people get a chance. Like when it came to like BLM, I've been saying for years, stop the police brutality, stop the racism, stop this, stop that. Things happen, people get mad, they feel like they don't have a voice, and they erupt. Just because it's happening on the other side now doesn't mean I'm gonna sit here and pretend like I don't understand. But I'm also not gonna sit here and pretend like the shit's okay. Storming buildings, destroying property, it doesn't solve anything. And really, you're hurting your own image because you know that all the media is gonna do is turn you into the villain. If you want to win, you don't look like the villain. Don't be the villain. And it was disheartening to see it. I mean, I was hoping, like, me and Elgin had this conversation last night. I was saying that this shit's gonna be a mess. I pray to God that it isn't, but I don't see a scenario in which people do not fucking go crazy over this shit. Because let's say the objectors put up a good case and Mike Pence says we can't have you. I guess we're gonna have to side with the Trump electors. And basically you got the vice president choosing to continue to be the vice president. And they're having this battle about whether that's a constitutional thing or not. I think it was 1887 was the last time. It's called the Electoral Count Act. That the last time that a situation like this was brought up in court. So we haven't seen anything like this even in our grandfather's lifetimes. So nobody really knows about whether this is a constitutional thing or not. That's why I'm saying that if it were to happen, most people would think, you can't fucking do that. Most people would go crazy. You can't do that. So I would expect a lot of damage coming from the left if Mike Pence were to make that decision. And you can clearly tell, which we've proven today, if he doesn't make that decision, then you're going to have violence from the right. And they were already outside waiting to get mad, and they were already boiling up, and the shit was already about to happen. So
Okay.
I hope nobody is surprised.
Somebody just said online, they said whoever writes the story controls the narrative, which, yeah, that's true. I mean, definitely, because whenever BLM were having their protests and then people came in and they have proof of people who came in and were not a part of the protest actually, and then came and burned buildings down and, came wrecked stuff. They had a police officer on film doing it. So the media was able to paint a picture saying that the BLM movement was actually like not a peaceful protest when they were definitely more peaceful than rushing the Capitol building. BLM actually went to the Capitol and they didn't do anything harmful to the building. But when we have the other side doing the exact same thing, it's crazy how the media doesn't try to paint as much of a bad picture towards these people. And also the police don't react in the same way. So this is going to force people to feel some type of way about our justice system, about our police, because it's so obvious the way that things aren't fair, the way that things aren't, mutual. So I definitely feel like the media plays a strong role in how people portray others in their world. So
The media would be silly if they didn't. If they didn't use their power to aid themselves in their political agendas, the media would be stupid to do that. And the thing about it is that we don't even have to have that conversation because they've been doing it since the dawn of time. We went from an age where things would happen in the country. It would be in the news. It would be in a newspaper. People would send letters to each other, maybe call each other up and talk about it. And then and then once it's all said and done, then whoever wrote the history book decided who was on the right side and who was on the wrong side. Now we can write the history book immediately. The media can put out a story, they could put out the article, they could put out the propaganda, they could put out whatever they want while it's happening. All you gotta do is just make sure that you got the cameras pointed at the right spots.
Exactly.
And the camera's not pointed at the wrong spots. And then you can literally paint the narrative. Like, it doesn't matter what's actually going on, because you could just choose your shots and tell people what's going on and show them your side. And so, I would just say, look, as much as you might disagree, whatever side you stick to, as much as you may disagree, go on the other side and just look at everything, please. Just look at everything and make your own decision and just be a smart person. That's the only way that they lose. Once they get you in your box and they control, and they have that one TV that you only look at, and they control what you see, they got you. And it's almost like you can claim to be as strong as you want, but I'll admit, like, I'm conscious of all of this stuff. But when stuff like this is going down, I feel the same, like, energy that everybody else feels. It's hard to like really, even if you consciously know that, you're smarter than this, you know about all of this, you're seasoned in this kind of stuff, you're informed, you could still get caught up in the hype. And it's really tough to not do it. So I would just say, please do your best to not be a part of the mess. Try to be a part of the cleanup crew, and try to understand what's going on, man, because it's much more complicated than we can ever imagine. And they try to simple it down and dumb it down because a person is smart, a mob is stupid. And if you can get a bunch of people together to just fight for one simple little idea, they're going to do it. And all you got to do is shake the hornet's nest, and they're going to come flying out and they're going to try to kill you. So that's what we got. That's what we've been dealing with all year. And I don't think anybody should be surprised. For sure,
shit,
yeah.
They ain't never going to change. It's always the same. No matter if it's 2020, 2021, 2040 shit. Yeah. It's always going to be the same shit, bro.
So I'm thinking, like, so if there wasn't an internet and it wasn't all social media, things wouldn't be as, I guess, put out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might not even know what was going on.
Yeah, we would probably hear about
none
tomorrow.
None of this might not even happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Day and age.
No, for sure. Because, for example, just prime example, Mike Pence tweeted that statement that he made about not being able to decertify electors. He made that statement, like, he tweeted it out right when Donald Trump finished his speech. So when the people were done with the speech and they were going to move on to see what was going to happen in the House, Mike Pence literally tweeted that out. Now, that's something that's supposed to go on in the court, with the court, It's like you arguing with your girlfriend and she tweet out, "Oh, he just fucking said that he wasn't," you know what I mean? Like, why are you throwing it out in the middle of the atmosphere for everybody to see when this is something we're supposed to deal with in court? Now that's just 21st century for you. It used to never happen. We would have found out about what happened and all of that shit tomorrow.
Right.
And nobody would have, but they might have stormed the Capitol, but they would have stormed it after the decision was made.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and they wouldn't have had the chance to come running up in there fucking dressed like barbarians. Some of that shit was wild, bro. They was at Nancy Pelosi's desk. They took her hard drive.
Yeah, and they took pictures of emails. They took pictures of other federal documents. I mean, bro, and it's crazy because nobody really got arrested. It's just people out there really was just walking in the Capitol, just sitting in chairs, chilling. No tear gas, no gunshots, no nothing. It was crazy. But
rest in peace to the lady that got shot in the neck.
I don't think she did.
I think I heard somebody say on the way here that she died. But if she died, rest in
They
peace. If
said
she
she was
didn't,
getting medical attention or something, but I don't know. I don't know if she died.
yeah, whatever. Prayers to her, whether she's dead or just hurt. Anyway, yeah, man.
I don't know. The next thing was, why was this government building not secure, and what took our military so long to respond to something like this? Why would something take this long? If it's a federal building where our senators are, why would our government not be there?
On the most important day of our, this is probably the most important day we are to look forward to 10 years back and 10 years ahead. I mean, like,
the way I look at it, bro, whoever allowed this to happen, they obviously wanted all this to unfold, because it was so apparent that this would happen. Because the day before we even got the results, they were out in front of the building. They were already protesting. So why would you not expect the day of you see the results coming in? You got 98% of the results coming in before yesterday. You see that the Democrats are leading. So why would you not protect the place where you're going to announce the winners and, certify Joe Biden as the president-elect? I don't. It just doesn't make sense to me. And then you have your president saying, "Yes, go out there and fight. We are not conceding. We are not taking defeat." Like, what kind of leadership is that? Like, you're supposed to have a clean transfer of power. Okay, you were the president for 4 years. You lost the election. You have no evidence. It's okay for people to object. They're allowed to. That's your right. But if you have no evidence to present, there's no case. That's how law works. When you go to a court, you have to have evidence. You can't just have speculations. I can walk in here and say, "Oh, I think this random guy right here just robbed my house." But if you have no evidence of this guy doing that, they don't have to listen to you. Like, you are not entitled to a fair trial if you have no evidence to back you up. So I don't understand why, if we're gonna say that we're a democracy and we're gonna follow our laws and we're gonna do our systems how we want to, we have to abide by that. We have to, be fine with losing if you lost in a fair way. Don't just bring up BS just because you didn't get your way. Okay, you lost. That's fine. But yeah.
Did he not think this was gonna happen? We can go back and forth and wonder, because technically he didn't say to do that, and then he called for peace afterwards. All of that.
Jacob, did he know that this was going to happen?
My point.
Do you have have you ever owned a Rottweiler? Have you seen a Rottweiler before?
Yes, I've seen a Rottweiler.
If a person owns a Rottweiler and they holding a Rottweiler on a leash and they let that motherfucker go, what you think that Rottweiler gonna do? If it's seafood.
My question was, did he?
If it's seafood, what you think it's gonna do? That's a straight up question.
I'm saying the same thing as you.
It's just a yes or no. What you think he's gonna do?
He gonna eat the food.
He gonna eat that motherfucker. That's facts.
What I'm saying is, whether, are we to really believe that he did not think this was gonna happen? That's my point. He had to have known. He had to have known this was going to happen. I knew it was gonna happen. And if he knows his own VP well enough, he knew that he wasn't gonna side with him.
Do you think there should be repercussions for him? If you think he knew that was going to happen, do you think there should be some sort of repercussions for him responding the way he did?
If we find out without a reasonable doubt that he knew this was gonna happen, then yeah, repercussions. Yeah, because you can't order a mob to storm the Capitol. You can't order that. If he knew that was gonna happen and that was his plan, and we find hard evidence that he was planning on doing that, then yeah, go ahead.
I mean, do you think his tweets are not enough evidence? You don't think it's clear enough? Just the way that he was telling them not to leave, and the way that he was kind of provoking them to protest and go out there and fight and, not concede. And it seemed like he didn't say it directly, but he was inferring it. I mean, I don't know, bro. I feel like as a president, you should be held to a certain standard as to the things you say. They hold a lot of weight.
In the court of public opinion, this is a stain on his image. But in the court of law, he technically didn't do anything. Yeah. He technically didn't say that.
I'm asking you, though.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
I'm asking you as a person, not court of law. I'm asking you, do you feel like there should be some sort of repercussions as him as a president not telling his supporters to concede and go home and not cause violence? When he saw what they were doing, he didn't immediately tell them to go home.
Yeah,
do you think he was wrong for that?
He was wrong for that. He should have said immediately, and he probably also should have said in his speech, do not do that. Because it's on the top on the top of everybody's mind. It was on my mind. It was like, honestly, it's funny because there's a lot of Trump supporters who wanted him to do a louder rally call. He wanted the order. A lot of Trump supporters wanted him to order them to do that. They wanted him to tell them to do that. He didn't technically do it because he's a smart guy. Right. He's not gonna.
He knows how to.
So
in the game.
I just think it's silly to not at the end of the speech when he should know that Pence was not gonna do that. There's people that's been calling this, like, there's so many people that have been saying Pence will not do that. Pence will not do that. Pence will not do that. People called that. I follow people, and I even know myself. I knew that Pence was not going to decertify these electors, and the people were gonna get mad. And if you got everybody crowded around the Capitol, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Or at least they're gonna try. I don't know how hard they're gonna try, but at least they're gonna try. They didn't have to try that hard, but knew they were gonna try. So personally, I would say, come on, Donald, you should have told them, don't do that. Even if you're just a smart guy, just say don't do it.
Any reasonable person would have told them not to do it just for their own safety, because as the president, because
it's the elephant in the room. These people are waiting for.
Know what your people are capable of. If they go in that building, there's armed men in that building. So if you care about your supporters, you wouldn't put them in that position, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, I love you guys. Like, if I knew that somebody over there had a gun, I would tell you, hey, do not go over there, because if you fuck something up over there, they are going to shoot you or they're going to kill you. Right. But the fact that he didn't say that, the fact that he didn't protect his own people, it's evident that he only cares about himself and his own personal interests. Even the people who voted for him, he's not going to protect. So I don't know, but
that is what it looks like at the moment.
I don't know.
It's disappointing.
I read a thing today. I can't think of his lawyer's name, but it's like his personal lawyer, not Rudy Giuliani. It may have been one in the past, but he was saying that he thinks that Donald Trump really believes, like, in his mind, all this stuff happened. Like he has convinced himself about all kind of stuff, and that there's only 3 polls. He's only
I think it's 80% of Trump supporters truly believe that the election was fraud, and about 10 to 20% of Biden supporters truly believe. That's almost half the country. That's pretty much half the country.
But it was saying, like, this guy was saying that Donald Trump only got 3 friends. He, himself, and pretty much all 3 of them is him, and that he's a narcissist and some other stuff or whatever. And this was, like I said, I can't remember the dude's name. I don't know if it was his lawyer at one time or it still may be, but he was saying, like, Trump really believes this stuff. Like in his,
I think it's evident that he truly believes it.
Any great.
but there ain't no.
I'm not gonna
evidence
say
of it, so
great
like-
as in like he has great character, but any great person who's accomplished a lot of shit, they're not gonna give up on themselves no matter what the circumstances are. So they're not gonna accept defeat. That's why I can understand where he's coming from
And that's-
as far as believing it.
And that's what the dude was saying too, you know, because he done called, you know, Biden sleepy and a fool and all this kind of stuff. So it's like he won't say that, he won't concede he
Right.
lost to this
He would
guy
never
that he's
do
been,
it. Yeah.
you know, degrading basically.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I mean, I didn't need to hear the lawyer say that. I mean, it's like, it does tell us a lot, but I mean, I know, you know, you go watch the speeches, go watch what he's been saying. He did say, there is no way I can lose to the worst presidential candidate that we've had since I don't know when. And he believes that. He believes Joe Biden is the worst presidential candidate he's ever seen. So if I believe that that I'm the best president ever,
Right.
and you are the worst president ever possibly, then I'm gonna take every opportunity to make sure, like, what the fuck? There's no way I lost to this dude. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, back to what you said. I understand it, but I mean, we gotta go through the process. We gotta go through the legal process, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah. But like, I also don't want people to get caught up on this because it really it affects us to a certain extent, but not really, because this has nothing to really do with us. This is all politics. This is all things way out of our bracket. No matter who it is, Republican, Democrat, things are going to generally be the same. You're going to see some different stuff, but as far as how things operate in America, it's always going to be the same way. You can go back 200 years, like the way that this country's built is structured a certain way. Yeah, you have opposing sides, but they all hold the same core values. It's just slight differences that makes this side Republican, this side Democrat. So no matter who's in office, the core values of this country are always going to be here. So don't feel like things are crashing down, like the country's about to end. We're about to have a civil war, bro.
Oh, man.
Nobody wants that. Nobody. We all got family.
This country has
who
been
wants
through
their
worse.
family to die, bro? Nobody want their mom to be going through that shit like
No
this.
sane
This
person.
country has
bro,
been
like,
through worse.
Come on. Yeah, they might have little scuffles here and there between different parties, but as a country, we not about to. No, we got more reasonable people than unreasonable. It's just we publicize the unreasonable people way more than the reasonable people, because that's what media does to market itself, because that's what you want to see. But yeah, so
You said they publicized the unreasonable
yeah,
one?
definitely,
True.
way more.
I mean, because it's shock. It's like people love it. People love to watch somebody.
It's drama is what it is.
Yeah,
Right. It's a
love-
soap opera.
They love people love to watch the worst that humanity has to offer. They don't have no reality show following some guy walking around donating to charity. Nobody want to watch that.
No,
It's
we
just
want to watch
boring.
Real World. We want to watch motherfuckers.
We want to
Bad
watch
Girls
people.
Club.
We want to watch people fight. We want to watch them get ugly. And when you give them ugly, they eat it up like fish.
It's the same thing with a lot of stuff. Like, I could do 20 good things for you, but if I do one bad thing, you're gonna remember
That's what
that
you
bad
gonna
thing.
remember.
Way more
The
than
rest
that.
of-
Them
you know,
rest some good
so
things.
it's
Yeah.
kinda-
It's human nature.
What's
bro.
gonna stick in your mind?
Right.
Yeah.
And it don't matter who you are neither. That's just human nature. That's just what it is. I'm not, we're not making a statement on the country. That's not something that's wrong with us as people. I mean, it's wrong with us because we don't overcome it, but it's human nature. And not saying it's okay, but you're not the only person that feels that way. And you're also not, you're not excluded from what I'm saying. If you think you're better than that, you're probably not. I hope you are, and I hope you're trying to be, but I'm sick of everybody saying, "Oh, these people are fucking all they care about is blah blah blah." When how did that happen? We're gonna pause this real quick.
I got tested.
Hey, we back.
Yep, we back at it again. So yeah.
Yeah, we had a little technical malfunction, but we back.
But basically, man, fuck all this. Yeah, pay attention to it, but with a grain of salt.
Be aware of it, just to know what to protect yourself from and what to stay out of, and even what you should get into. But just, I mean, don't get into the bullshit. Don't fall for the traps. Just look past it. Know that if you're gonna do something, make sure that you think of the long game and don't think that just because you passionate and you doing all this wild shit that you're gonna get what you want. You're probably not. And most of the time when you just bite the bait, you play into the hand, trap, bait and switch, and you get in the trap, and they win. So politics, these people are a lot richer than you, a lot more powerful than you. They're not more qualified
They're not more
than
powerful than you. Trust me, we all got power.
When we give them power, they are.
They got more say so in the government than you, but you are more powerful. You are always the most powerful person in your life.
Yeah. I was just speaking in context of just when you allow them to take power, then they definitely will, and they will, make decisions.
I just had to make sure they recognize.
Yeah,
that.
I didn't really mean to say it like that, but in that context, yes. But anyway, man, I hope y'all could look past it. I hope y'all doing all right. I hope nobody's like super scared or worried about a civil war or anything like that. People keep saying that shit. I don't think that's gonna happen.
It's just another scare tactic, bro.
Yeah, I mean, we thought coronavirus was gonna kill everybody. We thought
a lot of shit.
We thought Russia was gonna
bomb
bomb
2012
us.
was the last.
We thought North Korea.
Year,
we thought North Korea was gonna drop nukes on us. Yeah, we thought 2012 was the last year of the ever. I mean, we do this every year, and trust me, there's gonna be I think it's gonna be aliens. Whether it's real or not, whether it happens or not, whether it's like factual or not, there's gonna be some alien talk that's gonna freak people out.
But what if y'all scared of aliens and aliens are like way cooler than us? Like they're way more chill. Like,
I promise you,
like,
I
super
promise
helpful.
you, the media is gonna make them look bad.
Because
Dude,
if you think about it, bro, the world has been here how long? You don't think nobody else been here but us? Come on, bro. They gotta be cool people, son. Because we here, bro.
I've never been an alien.
Here for the taking.
I've never been an alien denier. But if they do show up, trust me, the media is gonna make it seem like the world is ending,
Exactly.
even if they cool. Even if
They
they
gotta
cool
be
people.
cool because we here. They gotta be cool, bro.
Do you subscribe to that whole ancient alien thing where like they implanted the monkeys with their DNA and made us?
I could believe that, but I don't know if that's exactly how it happened. I feel like they might have implanted DNA, had sex with some kind of, thing, or maybe created something, or maybe they had the technology to create a human, and they told us to like live this way, and maybe we, somewhere in our DNA we had this power, this want for power, and that's how we got separated, because people couldn't, just live in harmony as, equal.
Maybe you're right.
So,
but we'll find
But
out
we'll never
somewhere
know.
in June or July of this summer, because 180 days since the COVID relief, 180 days after the signing of the COVID relief bill, there's a statement in there that says that within that amount of time, the FBI and the CIA is to release all information that they have on UFOs and aliens, and that should be coming June or July.
I
It's
saw that. That
fucking
was
insane. I don't know what that has to do with
That's gonna be
COVID, but
really
I'm not
cool.
mad. That's
Really
the only thing I'm not mad about. Pakistani gender studies is not my favorite thing to spend my tax money on. But if we're gonna figure out what the aliens are doing, let's go ahead, bro. Maybe it is time. Maybe this
I
is
feel
their
like
whole
we're ready
plan.
for it after all this.
Maybe divide and conquer is their whole shit.
After 2020, bro, we ready to hear anything. I'll believe anything
Dude,
at this point.
the funny thing is that I don't even really give like who gives a shit about aliens. Like the thing is that was in the bill, and if this wasn't happening, that would be the biggest headline right now. The fact that was there and everybody trying to figure out why that's there, that would definitely be happening if it was 2015 right now. If it was 2013, that would definitely be the biggest story right now.
Bro, we send all this stuff out to space. We send all these people out to space. If there were aliens, bro, they would have snatched them people as soon as they got out there. They would have knocked down all our satellites, everything that's out in space, bro.
They're waiting for the right time.
I mean, bro, if there was the right time, it would be right now. Because we don't even like each other. That's probably what they probably looking at us like, bro.
Maybe
like,
they
we
just
ain't gotta worry about them. They don't even like each other.
Maybe they just waiting for us to burn our whole species down so they could just drop in and without no problem.
They probably don't even want this shit because they planet way more lit than Earth.
You think?
What if it is? They planet might be better.
Maybe they just come to like look at us like the zoo.
Yeah, they'd be like, oh, look at them fighting over money.
Right. Remember when we used to do that? Yeah, whatever aliens exist, they don't give a They not looking at our problems like they matter at all. That's like watching That's like us watching two fucking ants fight over a piece of Cheeto. Like
exactly, they probably operating at such a higher frequency than us.
They ain't worried about that. They ain't got this whole thing is not part of their plan or whatever. They ain't worried about us. Shit.
But yeah, let's get in this pop culture, man. We done got a little serious on it. We gonna slow it down a little bit. So first thing we got is your boy Cardi dropped. That was to me album of the year. You feel me? For 2020, he dropped it in the last week. 2020, it's revolutionary. I love Cardi. I love everything he gotta say, even though he don't say much, but he say a lot. He say a lot in the little things he say. So
he say it funny.
He don't even say it funny. He say how he feel, and that's the realest part about it. That stuff fire, boy. When you can really talk to your spirit. Playboy Cardi.
I ain't never even heard of this.
Top 3 songs.
Slayer.
No way.
Neon.
No way.
Punk Monk.
Wait, hold up. Let me play.
Ever since my brother died.
That's not Punk Monk.
Which one is that?
That's
No.
Stop Breathing.
That's Stop Breathing. No, not that one. It's the other one. It's Punk Monk. Play it. Yeah, that is that one.
No,
Yeah.
This
he
is
said,
never,
them niggas, what he say, them niggas not with us. Them niggas not with us. What he said? I hate a friendly ass nigga. Too friendly ass nigga. Yeah, that's it right there. That's it. Yeah, we can't play it because the
that's the most.
But
I'm
so
gonna
he
do.
said I hate a friendly ass nigga, too friendly ass nigga. Them niggas not with us. You not my guys. You not my gang, bro. Yeah, bro. You not with us. So don't act like you with us. Don't even try to shake my hand. Don't try to dap me up, man. You feel me? But I mean, if we could be cordial, you ain't gotta overdo it. You ain't gotta oversell yourself. You feel me? You ain't gotta do all that.
I'll say, New Neon, Slayer, and fucking
Stop Breathing.
Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis is a pretty well-rounded song.
Stop Breathing. That's a song.
Yeah.
King Vamp is fire.
Yeah.
It's smooth.
King Vamp is cool, but I like Vamp Anthem better than King Vamp.
Son, how you feel about Future Verse?
I don't even really listen to this song much.
Trashest Future Verse I ever heard.
I skip over the whole song mostly.
That thing is trash.
Yeah.
From top to bottom.
You know
that was Lil Yachty song at first.
For real?
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to have Future or.
I mean, it was supposed to have Cardi and Future on it, but I think Lil Yachty sent Cardi the beat to rap on it, and then Cardi was just like, "Yeah, let me have it," and then he gave it to him.
I'm sorry with Yachty on that one. That song probably should have just never happened. I'm not a big fan of that.
That beat wasn't
one.
even good.
Yeah, it's a good thing about putting 24 songs, and he wants to come out with a deluxe for it, and that's crazy, cause that's a lot of fucking.
You think
music.
it's gonna be like 40 songs?
Dude, I hope not. I mean, if they good, then I hope yes, but I hope not, because that never turns out good. There's no way you have 40 good songs that you haven't released, and you just go drop them all at the same time. Nobody has that. Chris Brown don't even have that. Cause when he dropped the 40-song album, that nobody liked that shit.
Yeah.
And then he dropped a smaller album after that.
It's
just
hard
annoying.
to listen to something that long. It's like, where's the... Because you know some going to just be throwaways, and then some going to be like mid, and then it's going to be like a few good ones.
I wonder if that's just
It's like, where they at?
Yeah, that's more. I think that's more of the game that you play if you're the artist that people don't listen to albums front to back. Like for like a weekend album, I'm gonna want it to be short because I want to listen to it front to back. I want to hear the whole thing at once. But if you're not that type of artist, if you're like Chris Brown or something like that, and you don't have usually don't come out with structured albums, then just put out as many songs as possible and see which ones hit. Throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. And that's kind of what he did. They had a lot of hits off that album, but they
like,
could have
I feel like it's
consolidated
good
it.
to do when you're already established. But like,
Just
if
see
you
what
brand
sticks.
new, it's like, bro, you got 40 songs. Like, I ain't about to listen to all that.
Yeah,
I don't even know who you are.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to figure it out because the thing is like Chris Brown have like 5 good songs on a 30-song album, and
Exactly.
that's kind of disrespectful to say that. It's probably more along the lines of like 10, but people are gonna look through it and find out what the good songs is, because if it's breezy, you know that there's gonna be something good there. So people are gonna take the time to look through it. But if you knew, don't do that.
And then you gotta think about the diehard like Chris Brown fans. They probably like,
Oh yeah, they're gonna listen to the whole thing, and then you're gonna
songs,
tell
like,
everybody else what the good ones
They're
are.
gonna love it. They're gonna love every song regardless if it's good or not because it's Chris Brown.
And then it's good if you just, honestly, with 40 songs, if cause sometimes, have you ever accidentally had the volume down and let an album play? Like, if I just have the volume off and the album plays.
I don't know about an album, maybe a couple songs, because then
I did that on
realize-
Bryson Tiller's album the other day. My sister sent it to me, and I went to check it out, but I think I was on PlayStation or something like that, so I
It was
just
just
turned the
playing.
volume off, and I just put the phone down, and it played the album like 3 times in a row. Like later on, I checked my phone, and it was like on a certain song, and I think I clicked the volume button a little bit, and I was like, "What is that noise?" And it was the album playing on my phone, and I just realized I had streamed that album like 3 times probably. So you're welcome,
You blessed
Bryson
that
Tiller.
boy.
you got
Shit,
3
you probably
albums
got,
worth
like,
of streams,
10
and I
cents off of that.
I haven't heard any of the album yet. I didn't hear
You
a
gave
single
that boy
thing.
10 cents.
Good. Apparently it's good. My sister likes the fucking album.
I don't even know who Bryson Tiller is. He makes music.
You lying?
I'm just
You
kidding,
all
bro.
right. Did you listen to Kid Cudi?
Oh yeah, that album fire,
Really?
boy.
I didn't even touch
bruh, listen to it. That's one of my favorite albums by him, and I was just
For
telling all his
real?
stuff, bro. That album cold, like the production
I
level
respect
on
your
it,
music
the
opinion,
content
so
on
yes.
it. Oh my, whew,
Yeah.
that thing, some heat.
So why you think they
I
said
played
was
it for
trash?
people who don't even like Kid Cudi, and it was like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to it then. I take Cudi music kind of seriously, so I just want to take the time to listen to it front to back. And with 18 songs, and that's an hour, so I never really know when's the right time to listen to it. I guess I'll just say fuck it and listen to it on the way home probably. But yeah, why does Ja Rule want to go help them storm the Capitol?
You said what?
Ja Rule said that he wanted to. Ja Rule said, "Fuck it, I guess this looks like a job for me," or something like that. Let me see.
Because he's Ja Rule and he wanted to be relevant.
For real though, is he really just doing all that stuff all the time just to be relevant, bro? We getting sick of him, but it's funny though.
Some attention.
Yeah, definitely.
It made me giggle. Let me see.
Look at this dude.
Look like you wearing a dress.
Dude look funny. He just look like, bro, you can't touch me. He ain't going to jail.
Yeah, he confident. I'll give him that.
He know he ain't going to jail.
What else we got on here? I think we had more pop.
Dr. Dre.
Oh, praise to
What's going
Dr.
on?
Dre.
I don't know nothing about that.
I just heard he had a brain aneurysm and he in ICU.
I saw like a little headline, but I ain't like click on it. and
No,
read
that's it.
but
That's all I
don't
needed to
know
know.
nothing about it.
That's all I need to know.
Do
I pray
you
for
think
him.
it's karma though?
Weren't you on the podcast saying he wasn't a good guy?
Yeah, bro.
I don't.
That's
yeah.
like a lot of people say that. Not
Uh-huh.
It's not just my opinion.
Dang, really?
And I don't have an opinion either way. But that's just how
Oh
people
yeah,
who
you
know
the
him
one that
say.
said that you heard that.
Ice Cube said it.
I don't know. A brain.
Ice Cube don't fuck with Dre, and he was in a whole group with him.
You trust Ice Cube?
I trust Ice Cube.
Ice Cube has like
He has no reason to.
whenever he talks, I really look at him and I'm like, I believe what you're
He
saying.
has no
like
reason to lie, bro.
Ice Cube just seems so real. And the thing is Dre, you never really hear him talk, bro.
Right.
So like I don't know.
I feel like Ice Cube is kind of like Charles Barkley, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Because Barkley, that dude,
Barkley
he
real,
real,
too.
son.
He real to the point where he don't even give a fuck what you think about what he's saying. He's gonna say what he believes.
Yeah.
Is whatever.
Barkley always come across real too. But yeah, shit. If Ice Cube don't like you, I don't like you neither. I'm just playing. No, we're not gonna do that while
And
he's in the hospital.
You said something about his daughter. Then was trying to reach out to him. He didn't even want to speak to her. Or
Dre
something like
daughter?
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I did.
Did
Something
she
about
work at
that.
like FedEx or something like that?
Shoot, I thought it was something worse than that. Like,
Yeah. She just wanted to talk to him. She didn't want no money.
yeah.
She said I just want a relationship with my father. And yeah, bro.
Now he got a brain aneurysm. Man,
Hey, bro.
I don't wish nothing bad on
I
nobody.
don't
So I
wish
hope he
nothing
get.
bad on nobody.
I hope he get out, and I hope he fix all his relationships with Ice Cube and his daughter. That's what I hope.
I hope he like gets back from the brain aneurysm and is like, let me just change my whole life. You know? let me do right by people.
Right. I don't want to go through that again.
Did that time change?
Let me go check it.
But yeah, man.
Carry us for a second.
What else we got? Apparently it's supposed to be King's
15
Day.
minutes.
Apparently it's supposed to be King's Day for Mardi Gras. It is.
You said it was. I thought you were looking at
Yeah.
It is. I just
I don't
wanted
care
you to say it.
what day
January
it is.
6th,
Mardi Gras
man.
season is coming up, and I'm excited. I hope we
There
can
ain't
do
gonna be
something.
no
You
parades.
can't have no parade.
You know there ain't gonna be no parades. But we might have some parties.
Let me hold on to the
We
feet.
might have a Zulu party with masks.
I might. Oh, what if they just put the mask part on the mask, and then we could all go do
Oh, it's still
Mardi
the
Gras?
same. You gotta, man, that's what
He
it is.
said put a mask over the mask.
Well, because the Mardi Gras mask is everything but the mouth. So just add the mouth, and then we could all go to Mardi Gras. And then that shit would probably look very scary because everybody would be walking around with full masks on. Yeah, I'm not doing
I
that.
don't know how safe that would be, but
Yeah, nah, it's already not safe when you can see everybody's face. Shit.
what else we got? Oh yeah, Cardi B was playing her song WAP, and we all know what WAP stands for. That wet wet. But
What about
so she was
prostitution?
playing that. That's some OJ Simpson shit. But yeah, so she was playing WAP, and then her 2-year-old came stumbling into the room, and she hurried up and turned the song off and grabbed her and stopped her from listening to it. But she allows other people in the world to listen to it. So I don't know if that's hypocritical or if maybe she just has an age limit on who she wants to listen to the song, and it's up to the parents to stop their kids from listening to it. But I don't know, man.
Well, yeah. Let me think
That's
for a
crazy.
second. If your mama curses, just simple, just not crazy stuff. If your mama curses around adults and doesn't curse around you, is that wrong?
No.
No. So I'm thinking that it probably isn't a big deal that she makes that type of music, because then we're gonna have to apply that same rationale to every rapper or artist that has vulgar lyrics to them and their family as well. And Cardi B isn't the first person to have vulgar lyrics. Now that song right there, and I think that song really is the topic of conversation mostly because it's so fucking big, and the hook to the song is literally
That wet.
Yeah, it's not like hidden in the verse.
Yeah.
It's literally like it's the most vulgar hook you could probably make. So
Because the
that's
way I
why
was
it's a
looking at
little
it, bro,
different.
like you got all these kids in the world. They got tablets. They got phones at like 5 years old. But you don't want to let your 2-year-old listen to it. But you're an artist. You're an entertainer. Your shit on YouTube. You know, little kids watching YouTube all day. You know that's what they play on games and they watch YouTube videos. So you know that a 5-year-old can see that. But you won't allow your 2-year-old to listen to it. So why are you putting it out like that if you wouldn't want your own kids to look at it, you know? I mean, there's rappers who do the same thing. Yeah, they put out vulgar lyrics, but then they'll be playing the song with their kid in the car. But if you feel that way inside as a mom, then why wouldn't you protect other people's children that same way? Do you not care?
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want to take I want to keep partial responsibility on the parents of the children that we're speaking of.
Right.
And I say partial.
I feel like most of it.
And I do say partial. I do say partial because realistically, I just think you should just be the person that you want to portray to everybody. I mean, I try to do that. Like, it's not like I'm a different person when I'm around children. And I feel like anything that I put out, like anything I say on a podcast or anything I do, I would be okay with my children seeing that. Now, maybe not stuff I did when I was younger, but I mean, but then also that too. I mean, I like to be an open book because I know that I learn from my experiences and I try my best to be a good person and I don't, whatever. But I just don't think there's anything that, like, in a perfect world, we wouldn't be doing this around these people and then this around the kids. I mean, but then that just sounds like the most Christian shit ever.
It's real touchy. Like you want to be this way around your daughter when she's this age, but then to the world you flaunting your wet ass, whatever. And you got a whole husband. Like you're a married woman talking about your, So like, what kind of example are you setting for her? And other women around the world. Is that what you want other women to do?
Yeah.
But then you don't want your kid to hear it, so it's kind of like that's not what you want to do. Mm-hmm. Really deep down inside, so you're just doing it for the money and the entertainment.
Yeah, it's always funny to me.
Yeah,
it's always funny to me that somebody would lead a certain life voluntarily and then teach their kids something else.
Yeah.
Because why do you want your kids to live better? Like, why do you want your kids to live a better life than you? And that's not really what I'm saying. What I'm saying is
a different life, or like
do why do you want your kids to have a different set of values than you do? Now, and so that's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't want your daughter to grow up to be like you, then why are you being like you? And I apply that same rationale to everybody. So that's not just Cardi B and that's not just anybody else. I apply that to anybody who is living one type of life and then teaching their kids something else. I'm sure we have parents who did the same thing. I have parents that did the same thing. I don't believe in that. I just feel like you be what you are. If it's not good enough, you don't lie to your kids or hide yourself from your kids. You be the mistake in front of your kids and then come back from the mistake, and then that's the lesson.
Because then honestly, if you feel ashamed of it, then don't do it. If you feel so ashamed of it that you don't want your kid to see it, then don't do it.
Because it's cool. It's cool around the label because the label likes it. It's cool around your homegirls because your homegirls like it. It's cool around the dudes because the dudes like it. But it's not cool around your kids because that's not good. So, that's I think that's just something that we all got to look at. Like, why are you Why is anybody different when they go around certain people? I just feel like a lot of people do that shit. Like they hang out with their friends and they a whole different person, and then they go around their family and they all goody two shoes. Why are you different around your family?
Exactly.
Is it because they expect better of you and your friends don't give a shit what you turn out to be? Maybe that is it. And people live like that every day. People do that all the time. Like, it's almost common to the point where we don't even see it. But I don't know. This is not how I grew up. I just always felt like,
I feel like you will never reach full like success or like happiness with yourself until you actually are living as completely yourself at all times. That's the only way that you can ever be at your full happiness,
Right.
bro. Like,
yeah, man.
and then they had a story. Snoop Dogg, he commented on it. He said that the WAP song is bad for females in general. He said that females should cherish their vaginas and they shouldn't be giving all the information up on their precious jewel, without letting the man put in work to get that privilege of seeing it, because they're supposed to be queens and they're supposed to hold themselves to a certain standard. So I mean, people gave him backlash for that because of the songs he made in the past, but of course he's much older now. He doesn't make that type of music anymore. Like, he put out a whole gospel album
and I say this a lot, and it really weighs heavy on me, because you don't have to be perfect to criticize. You could still be doing wrong, but if I'm telling you something that's wrong with your character, what the fuck does that have to do with me? Just because I'm saying it. If I'm right, then say, yeah, you're right. If I'm wrong, then tell me why I'm wrong. Why does criticism always get met with opposing criticism?
it's defensiveness, bro.
Why do you have to attack somebody just because
accountability is that simple.
If I attack you, you don't have to attack me. I mean, it sounds fair in most people's minds, but it's not. It's not good for you.
It's instinct, fight or flight. Somebody comes at you, you're gonna react. That's the first thing you're gonna think.
Like, if some hobo come up to me and tell me that I need to start working harder and making more money, I'm gonna say, you know what, you're right. That don't mean that I gotta tell him, well, you homeless. Like,
a lot of people would.
yeah. It's just crazy to me, dude. And I tell this to people all the time. I'm like, why? I'm criticizing you because I love you. I want you to do better. So why do you have to attack me just because I'm telling you that? And I mean, you answered the question, but it's insane. It's a question you should ask yourself. If you think it's normal and you think it's just fair,
you ain't gotta ask the question to yourself. There's one answer. You don't want to be held accountable for what you doing, and that's okay. If you don't want to do that, that's your choice, bro. You don't have to hear what I'm saying. That's just my opinion. It's your life. Ultimately, you ain't gotta listen to nobody.
Yeah, I mean, if I disagree with somebody when they tell me that I'm doing something wrong or that I'm living wrong or something like that, I just, okay, oh, that's you.
It's either you can take it and do something with it, or you can take it and not do nothing with it, or just ignore it.
Yeah, thank you for your input. I'll think about that. I'll consider that. Okay. Why is that so hard for people to say? But
yeah. Offset was pissed. He was like, he shouldn't be worried about what she doing with her body and what she putting out and all this. But
yeah, you got caught. You got caught and you on the leash, bro. I'm not. You whatever
they're
you
not
saying,
in a real
bro.
relationship anyway, bro. It's all entertainment. Real housewives and
honestly,
the
Snoop Dogg.
Kardashians.
I think he got mad because Snoop Dogg was attacking their whole brand.
yeah, that's what they
The
built.
whole Offset Cardi thing. There's a reason it's in the music so much. It's brand. It's their little, like
Just
the
like
couple.
Kim and Kanye.
Yeah, the couple is the brand. It's
Jay-Z,
just-
Beyonce. It's you talk about them. You think of one, you think of the other. You play both of their music. You buy both of their products at the same time because you're thinking of both of them.
Dude, my girlfriend will never be a part of my brand, and like she's never gonna be attached to me, because whatever I deserve, whatever she deserves, and I like to keep the sanctity of our relationship. And when you throw somebody out in the public And I'm not saying she can't have her own public career. Clearly, I'm not locking her up. What I'm saying is that her ventures are her ventures and my ventures are my ventures. When our relationship is the show, there's too much input going on my relationship, and that shit, whether you like it or not, it makes it to the bedroom. It definitely does. Look, whatever our relationship,
it could be subconscious. Yeah, it could be.
Our relationship started with us two. It will end with us two, and that's how. I don't understand this relationship shit. I mean, I understand it, but fuck that shit, dude. Like, that is. It's not worth it.
How much time?
Looking like.
We probably need to
Maybe look like a good 5 minutes. 2 minutes.
All right, let's close out.
Close it out.
So yeah, bro. Just to today, man. Focus on you. What your goals were for 2021. Don't worry about all the things that they shoving in your face. Everything that's popping up on your feed. It don't matter. What you wrote down for 2021, go attack that. Go do that. Don't let nobody stop you. The government ain't gonna do nothing for you. They sent you $600. They sent in other countries billions of dollars. Bro, they obviously don't care. So care about yourself more than other people's care about you, and don't care about them more than they care about you, bro. It's all about internal. Focus on your spirit, your direct people of contact, your family, your friends, and that's all I got.
Good message, bro. I'll just say the same thing, man. Worry about yourself. Make this year good, because guess what? If we all doing our own thing and living good lives and not worried about each other, guess what? This shit don't happen. So that's how you solve it. Just don't feed into it. It's a trap. I've been saying it's a trap. Politics is a trap. Just, maneuver around it. Do what you gotta do. Live your life. If you prospering and you living a good life and fending for yourself, providing for yourself, politics don't got nothing to do with you. You could honestly, they got some motherfuckers that probably live somewhere in middle America, living off the land, never heard of a Joe Biden or a Donald Trump, and don't vote and don't care about nothing. That's the beauty.
Happy.
That's the beauty of our country. And let's use that instead of get attached to these political movements and other people's opinions that you're just eating up and relaying. Love y'all. Hope y'all have a great year. We'll be back. Thank you, Steven. Thank you for repping the brand. You are a friend of the show. You the GOAT. And your red beans... Your red bean gumbo you need to bring that red bean gumbo over here and show us, because I'm so confused as to what that might be.
Country. But all right. Bye.
All right. Love y'all. Bye-bye.